Welcome back to ConfusedGenius. In the last episode, we had dug out a small space here for ourselves and started pulling in all of our necessities. Got some drinks made up, threw a couple tables and chairs down, really just to get us off the surface, because we are in untamed wilds here. We also, during the break, I just threw together a quick office here for our manager. If you'll recall, our goal with this fort is Donna, our manager here, wants us to build her the amphitheater where she can properly use her skills as a poet, musician, and I guess an adequate dancer to entertain guests from near and far. She, of course, will be doing no other work and has said so, but she will handle keeping track of all the money as well as doing all the brokerage work. So she is our broker, our record keeper, our appraiser, and, of course, manager. Again, she can tell everybody what to do. We have 4 miners, we have a cook, and we have a furniture maker. We actually did a lot of work, considering we're only about a month and a half in, because beside this hole we dug out, and before I forget, we also made up a door. Let's throw that door in here just to keep ourselves safe. We all started digging out our main fort, so cab wagon up here, and then all the way down the cliff. We had channeled out an area in the cliffside, and then channeled down until we found rock. We have an entrance area. We'll build a drawbridge there and probably put a little moat of magma later on. Future project. We have a trading area here that we'll be able to put together a trading depot right in the middle. They'll probably also help with some defense later on, should anyone come in while they're here. They have guards. And then over here we have, this will be our main dining hall. I have room for statues, hallways for future rooms we'll set up in future episode probably. We're digging out our temple complex, as well as the library, so we'll make the side walls here library, then a general temple area here. These will be future mini temples for the different gods we need to appease. So that's what we got done in a month and a half. Pretty happy with that, but we got to start planning out the rest of the fortress. While I generally like to keep my forts flatter, I do use multiple Z levels, of course. So let's do this. I left these 2 wings here so we could put some stairs up and down. So let's do that. Build some stairs here. And I want to go down to... Oh, and I had made this blue plan-out area just to keep track of it. I plan on running some of the water from that brook up on the surface, having that fall down here, generating mist for all of our guests, people coming and going from the different levels, going to the temple. You can have your thoughts. And down here we'll have it collect and then run out. This was an old plan, we'll get rid of that. So this floor, however, is going to be our production zone, so 2 down. But let's get all the way back up to the top as well, because we'll need to do some food production high up. Let's get that right over to there. And then if we drop back on down, and let's make this a higher obligation too. Again, down 2, and then all the way up, just to there. When they get up to here, let's just do a little cross beam. We know we're going to want it. Mining, of course. That done. And then down here, got to figure out how we want to block this all out. So, my general plan is we can undo some of these markings. I just wanted to know where I was. Make a hallway. The center is right about here. I want 2 10 by 11 rooms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So that's enough for 3 wide workshops. The workshops, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and then the workshops again. So I have 6 workshops in here. Let's pretty that up just a little bit, so you can see where the workshops go along the sides, and then we could do some center storage of materials in the middle there. Let's do the same thing here. Workshops, 1, 2, 3, 4 for storage, then 2, 3 for workshops. And again, just pretty that up a bit. could probably drop that down from a 1 now. We'll switch to 3. So that's those. Then I want to make this a bit wider. And do the same thing again. But I can just make a little entryway point here for these. Let's say they're going to be here. So workshop, space, 2, 3, workshop, space, 1, 2, 3 for workshop. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the 10 by 11. Pretty it up, just so we could see where we're placing. And we'll dig that an entrance there. We'll do the same thing next to it on the other side. So I'm going to wind up making 6 of these workshop spaces. And a large storage area in the center. And then I can organize based on industry. So I can make one that's for cloth, and I can make one that's for furniture, and one that's for metalwork, and one that's for crafts, one that's for some of the other types of furnaces. It just allows me to organize my thoughts, which is of course critical. That should be that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I find that by planning these out ahead of time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's easier for me to see what I have to get done. Building workshops is not hard, obviously. I think the harder part is planning ahead to have enough room for your workshops so you don't have a random stone worker just running halfway across the map to get what he needs. So this gives me 6 by 6, the room for 36 workshops, and then a large kind of storage area in the middle here that we can organize. Again, I'm going to have to plan on, I think, some water coming down here in a fountain, but we'll dig this out first, except for I do want to leave 1 pillar. So let me do that. I want to leave... Don't cut that out, because I plan on putting a statue here, and I'll explain that later on. So let's unpause this. They can start working on those efforts. While we come up here, see how everything's going. No problems there. In terms of food work, we got to make some plans up here to cut this out. Let's send somebody to cut some trees down. We'll need some wood. Anyway, so we'll risk that. Can't remember who I have as my woodcutter. I think I have 2 woodcutters. I got 2 of them. Neither of the miners. So as soon as they're done doing whatever it is they are doing, let's see, sleeping and brewing drinks. We should get plenty of drinks. So that's all good. Because I'm going to want to start channeling out. I can start planning that now too. So in terms of channeling, let's set this to 1. I know I'm going to need room for some farms. So I'm going to need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a good kind of farm plot since I'm mostly focused on drinks. I still got plenty of room here. So let's do that. Let's leave it at that for now. Oh, and I'm going to want a butcher shop. And I want a butcher shop right about here. Let's go up to right there. So I'm going to cut those back down. I'll channel down, then floor over with some wood we're going to gather here. And then that'll expose it to sunlight. And that's a good way to go for the butcher shop too, so that if we butcher a large animal or a lot of animals at once and we just can't get around to cleaning up, it gives us time before the miasma. We don't get miasma. That's the real win there. Untamed wildlife check. Got a giant louse. Should be fine. Don't see any problems there. We are slowly working this out, so this is good. So that wood gets cut. I probably want to get my wood cutter or my stone worker down here making some blocks. It's probably a bit much to do this much as level 1, but my miners are pretty strong these days. They make pretty quick work of things. And soon we're going to have the carpenter also make up some mine carts. Ah, very good. Very, very good indeed. So that's perfect. Before you go away, do that again. Do that again. Do that again. And we'll even let you out. How's that for a deal? So right there. So hopefully they'll come back up and dig those out. Make quick work of that, and then we can start. Oh good, they got all this in. That's excellent. It's really excellent. I might have them cut down some more trees while we're at it. We're still in a pretty good, quiet time. Nothing too crazy out there. Everyone who's stepping outside is armed. And I like to think a dwarf with an axe could take out a giant louse. We'll need this wood later on too. I plan on building a windmill, and I've never played much with wind power, but I think it'd be valuable to build a windmill for milling out some plants. All the way down. Yeah, they're making quick work of this. Once they get that done, they'll go upstairs. So, we got that done. Let's make some quick blocks, and then I'm probably going to move this. Rock blocks. What do we have the most of? What are we making a lot of here? Microcline. That sounds good to me. Just make me a couple. And then I'll set up an order for those once I move this. What's everybody working on? How can you have no job? There we go. Back up to the top. We've dug that out nicely. Do need you to remove these stairs. And now we can also cover these in. Construction, floor. I'll select the material. Do that. Wood is fine for now. We need 20. Let's throw down 20 of these. We're going to need some more wood. Clean that up. What are the other miners doing? Sleeping? Eating? Carousing? There you go. Get to work. Get rid of these ramps too. You can see sunlight's already come in here, starting to make some grass. You're thirsty. Well then go get a drink. Here, you know what? Let's just connect these now. Oh, your drinks are right there. Everything you want is right there. You act as if you're trapped. They just didn't want to walk all the way around. Slackers. Alright, we cut those down, so we should have hopefully enough high wood I know it's silly, but I like everything to match. So let's do construction floor. Here to here. I need 35. Who has 35? There we go. All. And I need 9 more. All. Okay. Good. That's great news. I could build the farm plots. I don't need them yet, but I could build them just to keep stuff from growing if I want. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have this yak inside. But before you go... let's milk them and then we'll put them outside. You want to build a zone. That's a pasture. For now. I'll probably slaughter them soon, but for now they're actually good to keep around because they'll take a brunt of anything that comes in. So we're building that. Here I want to make a new zone. No, let's do this. All right, accept. Custom. This is going to be a refuse and corpse pile. Just so we have a place to put things. And let me tell my manager I need some minecarts. Wooden minecart. Make me 7. That sounds reasonable. And let's also set this up to build a workshop. Farming. Get that butcher ready. That should be right under that hole. Perfect. And do we have that microclimb block? We do. Perfect. In the meantime, my miners should be killing it. And that is 2.5 months. We hit the autosave point. So let's get the rest of this dug out. Figure out the placement of our various workshops. Not bad for a first season. Not everything I want, but not bad. We're certainly not starving to death. We got plenty of food and drink. How are our miners doing here? They are up to expert miner. Rather satisfied. Drinking without a goblet. That is something we could fix soon here. And as soon as they get around to make some of those mine carts, we'll be able to build some stockpiles. I can't recall if I brought rope or not, so we'll have to check on that. Anyone else around? Just take a look. This mantis has been around, just flying around. No problems there. And that was all floored in. So that is now perfectly safe. No one can get into our fort from that direction. Pretty happy with that. I think we're going to make a one stairway up. No, we don't have to. We have this entrance here. There's no significant value in doing that. Later on, when I build a windmill, we may make a stair up that we can barricade off. But we are doing just fine here. Got the butcher shop made. Once start working on the temple area again. Oh no, they've completed everything down here. Oh, they're doing really good here. So let's figure out what we want to start constructing as they finish this work here. Here's where I jumped my notebook. So what I really want in this area here is this is going to be kind of our furniture area. So we're going to make 2 stone, 2 craft workshops, a carpenter, and a mechanics workshop. And we've now got the rock blocks that we chose to do that with. So let's throw down a couple stone worker shops. Then I want to throw down a carpenter craft shops. There it is. Microcline. Microcline. I want a new carpenter workshop. Put him over there. And finally, I need a mechanics workshop. And then we can start doing some more construction. My miners are also my smoothers, so we can take this down. So once they're done digging a lot of this stuff out, I'll get to work on that. Oh, we need to start making bedrooms too. Once they're done with this. What are they doing? Sleeping? Eating? No time for that. And did we ever get around to building those minecarts? We did. That's super good news. Let's see the weather. No, combat, that's old, I think. Let's clear that out. Found stuff. When barrels made. Summer. Unable to complete the carpenter workshop. Why is that? Unless that's an old... Did they run out of microcline? So now we can start building a stockpile. The purpose of this stockpile is going to be stone. I want it to go right up to about here. Except custom. I want stone, but I don't want ore. So I don't want the ores. I will take all those except for the coal. Not interested in that. Take all the other stone, and I don't want the clay. So that's all good, and I will even set that to take up to 3 wheelbarrows. We'll have to make some of those, and that's fine. And then let's make a wood stockpile. That'll go to here, except, and that's just going to be all wood. And now let's build a, I think it's under constructions, track stop. To go to the right. Select material. Doesn't really matter what we make this out of. We do want it to dump. Build that out. I have one more block left. Alright, let's do that. And you, make me some more rock. Actually, no. Let's not be silly. If we're going to build a lot of things out of microcline rock blocks, that's the perfect thing to set up an order for. Every time they make some, they make 4, so 3 makes me 12. Change that to microcline. Set the rules. Microcline blocks less than 10. Let's make that 15. And don't use all my microcline. Sounds good to me. These guys are hauling rocks. I need 3 wheelbarrows. I need more than that. Make me 7. All right, everybody's busy. Sleeping. Time for sleeping. Time is of the essence. Unless some migrants show up, then it'll be okay. Anything big on the surface? Just the mantis. We're okay there. Donna having pleasure sitting at the tables, proud of her own fine table, euphoric of being drunk. Still upset she's drinking without a cup. That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I think we could fix that point. Let's go to this craft dwarf shop. Rock. Mug. There we go. Somebody will come down and make a rock mug for us. Making those stone blocks. Making that. So once they've done that, we can set up a new stockpile just there, except wood. I want to call this wood quant. And I want to make a hauling. So new. Let's rename this to wood. Add a stop. Click right where you put the track. What do we want to collect? We're just going to collect all the wood. Where do I want to pull it from? Take from our collection. Done. And I have never want you to push it, never want to leave. Done. And then finally we just have to add one of our many mine carts. They will now carry that down here, and as they haul down wood, they will put in the minecart and drop it in the pile here. And we'll make the same thing here. Construction, track stop, but I'm going to chuck this way, just to keep track of things. Microcline. Everyone's still... Oh, hey! We got some migrants. That's good news. Alright, well, that's where they came in. That doesn't help me much. Who did we get? Let's pause this and take a look-see. So, there's our original miners. Got a woodcutter showed up. Good, a stone carver. Oh, that's one of our original guys. Got a mason, a couple weaponsmiths, always good. An herbalist. Probably put you to work pretty soon here, actually. How good are you? Adequate. I'll take it. I can do all these creatures and that tangled greenery. Okay, well, we'll get right on that. Sorry. A doctor. A peasant. And only one child. That's not a bad migrant wave. That's not bad at all. We can make that work with us. So, knowing that, everyone can start getting back to work here. They start hauling things in and out. Yep, come on in. Come on in. Let's get that quantum stockpile going, and we can put some people to work making some furniture downstairs. I also like that we have an herbalist a lot, because we can adjust our labor. So, plant gatherers. Right now we said everybody can do it, but no, only selected can do it. And I kind of want to keep my chef inside a little more now. But let's throw this person at the job and just send them to go collect some stuff for us. Because we know we're going to need it. And I especially want this whip vine. What was that? What did I take there? Wasn't even paying attention. Bitter melon? No, I don't care about that. Want that. Want that. Well, they do have melons, though, so I'll grab this melon because we can cook with that. But I'm very interested in all this whip vine. We can start growing that and brewing that. Grab some melon. You're just going to be busy. Get all that first. We'll also need to get some cloth here soon. Everyone's bringing the wood down, I hope. Oh, are they walking all the way down? Really? All right, that's getting some logs, so that's good. I need to get this quantum set up fast, because that'll help a lot. Now that we have new folks, they can work on hauling stuff in. Right here, accept custom. Again, I'm interested in stone. Economic, except for the coal, and other stone. And I want to set up a new hauling. New. Let's name it just stone. The stop is right there. What does it grab? Here you can just say you want to grab all stone. And then we can point it at this pile. Characteristics, none, none, none. Done. Give it a minecart that's not currently taken. And we are good to go. And now with all my migrants and 3 wheelbarrows, they'll start hauling stone in here. Throw the minecart here and just chuck it into a pile right here, and that'll help out a lot. So, since we have that done, let's pause this for a second. And we start making up our proper dining hall. So, rock table. Let's start with... Start with 12. What do we have a lot of? Alright. Do I have... Yeah. No, no, no. Not only the microcline, we're already using that for workshops. Something different. Let's do this. And let's also make rock thrones. Same thing. Same material. So let's get those made up so we can start decorating this area here. I think just going the longest possible route to get logs. Ah, the pathfinding. It's perfect. No problems whatsoever. Ooh, do have to fix this. Hang on. So one thing you got to make sure of, don't let there be wheelbarrows in your quantum stockpiles. Don't let there be bins either. It messes things up a lot. There they go. That's going to speed up the process of this a lot, because the workers never have to walk very far to get stone. But it takes a while to get it all cleaned up. While we're at it, let's order a few things. Rock mechanisms. Make me 4. Let's always make those out of microcline as well. But I might want to change that to something... I might want to change something magma safe, and I can't remember if microcline is safe or not. I'll have to check on that. So I will update that in a minute. But make sure that I always have at least 4. And I need some cages. Okay. All right. See how fast that cleans that up? Look at all that rock there. Everyone should be hauling. Yup. Another season of hauling. That's what happens. The good news is the kids do chores, so that's helping a lot. Manager's doing nothing. Herbalist is doing nothing. For no perceivable reason. All right, so I think we're going to take a break there. When we come back next time, our focus needs to be on developing some bedrooms, building out a proper dormitory, so at least there's some beds for all these migrants, and really cleaning up the place and getting some fortifications in place in case we get some unwanted visitors, because we don't want that. We're still pretty new and young, and nothing's been drawn to our area, but that could change rapidly with a couple more migrant waves. So, thank you for joining me. Have a great day and see you next time.